And here we go.
Take the clothes off
My back.
and I let you take the clothes. You'd steal the food right out my mouth.
Okay, we good, we good.
And I'd watch
Ah,
you
this song, man. I missed this. This fucking Jay-Z. What an era, dude.
love you so much.
Yeah. Or no.
You curse my name in spite to put me to shame. Have my laundry in
I'm gonna wait for the fucking beat drop. I don't care if there's anyone there. The stream is not gonna move after that one.
I still
Until that shit hits.
why.
Hey, y'all doing, people?
I love it so much. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
And baby, it's amazing how in this
Do we have lyrics? Yes, we do.
I just can't
Ah, come on, man.
hold. One day you're screaming you
Love you so.
the next day you're so cold.
Let me just adjust a few things here. I see 3 people there. You sneaky?
One day you care, you're so
So unfair.
sipping from your cup till it runneth over.
Holy Grail. Oh, this one fucking hits, dude. I fucking love this song. How y'all doing? Just want to start with a little bit of a vibe here. All right. Let's talk about some shit that is happening right now. Jesus, they do not allow. I'm gonna play some Skate 3 as I talk, but Jesus Christ, they do not allow kids to grow up in 2024, do they? Jesus, that whole shit with Chris. I don't even want to make a video about that shit. That is just so deep. That's what she said. And how's that going? But how y'all doing, people? Just want to do a little bit of introduction there. How y'all doing? I already see one like it. Thank you so much. There's some people that don't miss. You keep that shit loaded. All right. Just wanted to see how this shit is devolving actually, and it's going a bit backwards. 13-year-old dude. That's a bit. Dr. Respect did some shit with a 16-year-old, but 13. It wasn't as crazy, but shit still. It's a rough one. Wait, 1 hour ago something happened?
Okay, we need to talk about the Ava Chris Tyson situation. Because if you've been trying to follow the story online, it's been nearly impossible to find out all the details without being inundated with transphobic comments that are for some reason trying to tie Ava Chris Tyson's actions to her being trans. And
I'm just gonna say this, that is fair, but I also wish that people had the same mentality when it comes to when people were talking about Chris doing some fucked up shit way before this whole allegations, and people were like, oh, you're just being a transphobe and shit like that. Like, that goes both ways. The same way that people are hijacking this to complain about the transgender community for some reason. I think the same people that complain about that shit should also understand that the same was being said about Chris. Like, there was fair criticism, and people were like, oh, you're just being a transphobe for that shit. People are missing a little bit of the two components here. You just want to see one-sided position, I suppose.
you might actually have to be brain dead to tie being trans to just wanting to do more crime. Because there's plenty of recent examples of non-trans people doing far worse things. So I just wanted to make it clear off the top that there's no transphobia included in this story. And it won't be
I will not say what Dr. Respect did worse, though, because, I mean, I don't know. Having lolicon shit on your wall, you know, being friends with a guy that draws a 3-year-old, what was it, an 8-year-old Keemstar's daughter, kind of, nah, I don't, that doesn't fly.
tolerated in the comments. No matter your opinions or background, we still have to look at all the details of the story objectively, because this is just another case of a content creator abusing their power. Now, let's start from the beginning, and I'll walk you through everything that's happened so far. A little over a month ago on
I do appreciate 8 minutes for this. Charlie fucking dropped 20
Okay,
minutes or some shit like that. Listen, I like Charlie, but Jesus Christ, he either has to start talking some more controversial shit or having something unique, because 6,021 hours, god damn, man. God damn.
from.
Yeah, this is not worthy of 22 minutes. Okay, they're both weirdos. Yeah. I'm just saying, like when you put into comparison, I don't know. I would say the girl was 16. He was sexting. It's wildly inappropriate. But then you have a 13-year-old. Like you looking at a 13-year-old, and you say, you know what? Let's be a little bit sus with this one. It takes a different fucking level of commitment. I'm gonna say that much. I definitely think it's a little bit worse because then you consider Chad. What was his fucking name? Chadman. I'm mispronouncing the fuck out of that shit, but the guy with lolicon porn and shit like that. Like, nah, that's a bit over. That's a bit more obscene than some guy sexting a 16-year-old, 17-year-old, whatever the fuck she was. I don't know. It's just, I understand people can have a different idea here. Just personally, I don't think it's two different scales, but still bad.
And then,
But yeah, 22 minutes for this, man. I don't know. But I did like Mutahar's video. I was going to make something of the sort on my secondary channel about how he addressed the legality of it. So it's very unlikely. It's kind of like going to be like EDP 4445. Like, things are suspicious and legally you could do certain things. But it's one of those things that even if Chris is found guilty, she would go for, I don't know, very small charges, and it would be a reach in court to try to prove it. Possession of said CP content and shit like that. If Shadman, the guy that draws the shit, is not in jail for it, imagine what they can do with by dismissing a case from Chris's side. Mr. Beast is in a fuck up situation. He blew up too much in his early content, was edgy. Now he's like Disney Channel. Yeah, I do feel like he took a weird climb, didn't he? Because I remember I never watched, let's say religiously, Mr. Beast in the beginning. Okay, but I do remember him doing completely different shit, like gaming, and he was, not really watching the words. Like there was an F-bomb here and there, shit like that. He didn't care. But then he went Disney Channel, kind of like, yeah. And that's even worse. You know why? Because now, like, you cannot have people like Chris involved in your shit, because, I mean, it's for children, man. If there's going to be a circle where there's going to be a lot of children, it's a fucking channel like Mr. Beast, man. This is going to happen regardless. I mean, I don't know. Is he silent still? I do think Mr. Beast has to address this shit. Didn't he actually address that shit? Mr. Beast addresses Chris. Wrong Chris. I saw this shit. This is clickbait. Should not publicly comment. What? That's a weird take. Mr. Beast should not publicly comment on the Chris Tyson situation. I want to preface this by saying that I condemn what Chris Tyson has done, and I'm sure 95% of people will agree with me on that point. That being said, I don't believe Mr. Beast had extensive knowledge of what Chris Tyson had done before very recently. Doesn't fucking matter, he's still a friend, so he has to nip that in the bud. He potentially had a rough idea, as Jake the Viking hints at, but I doubt he was aware of the severity of the situation. Therefore, kind of bullshit. Kind of bullshit, okay? Can I show this? Search full stop punctuation. What? Hold on a second. Let me just because I'm not sure entirely. Do I have a camera thing? Yeah, I do. Let me just search, because this is a weird picture, man. How am I gonna type this? Photo in wall, something like that. Chris, what the fuck is his name? I already forgot. I keep thinking of Chris Jenner. Chris Tyson, man. Yeah, okay. I guess I guess it's a tough one. It's not inherently inappropriate, but I don't know. Alright, fuck it. I'll try to hide it as much as possible. Something like that. This shit is dangerous. And when you consider that, I'm gonna move myself here. You see Mr. Beast looking that shit directly, man. I don't know, man. Like, maybe that was like a little glance. That's suspicious as fuck, dude. Because I don't know. I think it needs to address that shit at the very least. Him not having knowledge, sort of. All right, this shit was on Twitter, and it's not like you could have ignored that. I think I could, and that was not. It's not inherently a bad picture. It's not obscene. That's why I'm not thinking that he's ever gonna go to jail, because CP legality in the United States is a bit weird. Not weird, it kind of makes sense, but basically it is determined by the Miller test, which is like the general idea of the general people, general population of what is considered to be obscene. Okay, that's when you can go to jail for CP kind of thing. If it's a real minor, it's automatically you go off, right? You go to jail. But if it's like hand drawn or 3Ds and AI images and shit like that, it has to be of a real child or even a fictional character, but it has to have obscene shit in it, right? Something really like actual, penetration, shit like that, right? Which he doesn't have in that picture. It's a sus picture, but by legal standpoint, not crazy, right? It's still weird to us, court of public opinion, but even his former employees calling him out, yeah, but former employees always have a reason to fucking complain. So I'll hold that with a little bit of a hesitation. Anyway, why are you so underrated? I mean, complain to YouTube. I don't know. Fucking YouTube recommends shit so weirdly, man. Sometimes I have to not notify my subscribers because YouTube just botches the whole fucking recommendation shit. It's crazy. You probably wouldn't respond, dude. God commercials in $1 million studio is bigger than him. I don't know. So he's not in the position like... you're right about that. He's not really in the position like... what was his name? Cody Ko. Because Cody Ko is the one directly being accused, so he has to fucking talk. At least we're waiting for it. But he's unrelated. But I don't think it would kill you to say, you know what, I had no knowledge of any of this. Let's move on, right? At the very least, something. I don't know. Because he was so vocal about defending his friend about some transphobic shit that was happening. Cool, I appreciate that. But how about we do the same thing when your friend is the one fucking up? Like, I think you have to go down that path. You kind of created that path. Okay? So now that Chris Tyson has resigned and made a public statement, more than likely fired, but again, according to his public statement, it was his opinion step down from the Mr. Beast channel. They always say that shit. I would like to propose my theory as to why Mr. Beast hasn't publicly addressed this drama, as I know a lot of people are asking the same questions. To put it simply, Mr. Beast making a public statement, even something that might appear inconsequential like a tweet, much less a main channel video, would be a complete overkill and would damage his brand. Because he don't want to... He's kind of already being associated with it, though. Like, you cannot ignore the guy who was in the videos. The Mr. Beast guy, well, at the time it was a guy. The Mr. Beast channel is simply too large to be disliked, bombed, and unsubbed into oblivion like most other YouTubers are in this sort of controversies. It's still gonna get it, though. The Mr. Beast channel has reached such a large size that its target audience is the average person and not the average drama enthusiast. And the average person probably isn't even aware. Yeah, that's very fucking scary that most people are not even aware that a dude who is on the videos where the kids watch those videos, like, imagine if it was my child watching the video, I wouldn't have no knowledge of that shit. That's kind of scary. But he has to. Yeah, so Chris was even one of his best friends before he even started YouTube, right? To me, that screams that he had to know at some point more about the situation than you suggest. I do believe that shit too. He was eyeballing that fucking picture, man. It might have been a glance, might have been an out of context photo. I recognize that shit, but I mean, still crazy. Wasn't quite a bit of a public post. There's no way to know for sure how much he knew, but it seems more than likely to me. He had to know something. Does it make sense for the Mr. Beast brand? Yeah, but that's what I think it's important. From a moral perspective, he has to talk. Let's be honest. If you defend your friend against transphobes and shit like that, you have to have the same energy when your friend is the one doing far more worse shit than saying some transphobic shit. Call me old-fashioned, but, misgendering someone is not as bad as someone talking to a minor in that way, dude. Like, I'm gonna go on a controversial take here. And I'm going to say, no, that's fucking wild and way different. One is directly a child getting corrupted. Another one is someone getting kind of disrespected. But it's a grown-ass adult, you can take it, let's be honest. Right? So, two different things, and I don't know, to me the scale's not even comparable. So I'm trying to find out more about this, but keeps getting wiped. The trans people claim this is an attempt to take down Chris because they're trans. It's just a shit show. Like I was saying, some people like Pokemon saying shit like, people cannot take the actions of Chris as if the whole transgender community did that. I agree with that, but why don't we have the same energy when Chris was doing some bullshit? People were complaining about that, and then all of a sudden the only complaint that we had about those people against that criticism was that people were being transphobic. No. Even now on Twitter, people were complaining about the guy who brought this to attention, which was Brion, because he was misgendering her a few times in the video. I'm like, that's not that's your concern. I'm sorry, I give respect to people that deserve respect. I'm pretty sure talking to minors in that way makes me not give a shit about your feelings, okay? This is not an attack against the whole community, correct? So assume this to both sides. When I complain about Chris or even misgender Chris, it's not really because I'm trying to be an asshole transgender communities. It's just because this woman has no fucking sympathy for my side. And in the end of the day, like, I call people bitches. You don't have a problem with that, but if I misgender, that's an offense. Like, let's be honest here. Like, some people you disrespect and you feel okay with disrespecting. Either accept it or not. So this whole thing of like the attack, it is happening. Some people are just kind of dismissing this. Some people don't tweet anything about the situation. The only thing they say is that, oh, don't spread this to the transgender community. I'm like, okay, but you're not going to talk about the most obvious problem right here, a minor getting corrupted. You're not going to talk about that shit. That's your concern for all this situation. That's what you want to talk about. It's a bit of a weird take. I'm just going to say it was on the wall. Yeah. You probably won't respond. Oh yeah, I read that shit. Your content is so interesting and your editing is so good, but only seeing 3 people watching you makes me sad. I'm not a streaming platform. I cannot recognize that shit though. And I stream very infrequently. But I would appreciate if YouTube actually recommended my videos to the correct audience, because I keep having to re-upload most of the times because YouTube is like, oh, did you mean this? I don't know. The Batman video got recommended to, suggested on videos about sausage making. I'm not fucking joking, people. My Batman video, initially when I released it, it was being recommended to German channels covering sausage fillings and shit. I'm like, not in 1,000 fucking years I would ever think that YouTube would be like, you know what? This is the target audience of this guy. Yeah. People who make sausages must like Batman. Like, what the fuck? No. That's what I would say. YouTube is fucking it up. But streaming, I'm not really known for streaming, so I don't give a shit. I do this just so I can talk to people, honestly. But I appreciate the sentiment, dude. Hey, CSSB, I'm sorry I didn't see you earlier. Why Rockstar didn't release Red Dead Redemption 2 on Dead Nightmare 2, even though they abandoned online mode, but come on, they should have given some DLC for the respect of Red Dead Redemption 2. They don't respect Red Dead Redemption 2, that's a problem. So they're not going to release something that is not profitable to them. They should, obviously, because it would still make money, but they were worried about GTA 6, and you already know. I would agree that people went digging shit up on him because he's trans now. Yeah. Again, both sides to me is a bit fucking weird that you're gonna generalize this to the transgender community, and the ones that were criticizing Chris because she did some fucked up shit, now all of a sudden like they're being transphobe even though they have a valid criticism. That doesn't work with me either. What the fuck is this? I don't know any of these people.
Rev up those fryers.
Who is this guy? The horrific downfall of... Is this an ad? I do have to say that. Your room looks like it's been ripped out of a fever dream. There's a lot happening right here. Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? Alright, I don't know. I think that was an ad. So Chris had a CP poster hung up when him and Jimmy were roommates. I'm not saying Beast should have... Don't call him Beast, man. That sounds weird. Should be held accountable for Chris' actions, but he definitely knew. Or at the very least, like, if you know at some point you were in a room where you saw some suspicious shit, address that. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of Jimmy here. How would I react? And maybe, what the fuck am I going to do? Call the police? Most likely I'm not going to judge Mr. Beast for not doing shit at the time. Personally, I don't give a fuck. But now that this shit is getting a lot of attention, I mean, at least state the obvious. Like, guys, I'm sorry, I didn't think too much about it, but yeah, it was definitely fucked up. I'm sorry. Like, you know, you don't have to, or you don't even have to apologize. Just say like, at the time, I didn't think too much about it because I didn't even recognize what I was watching. To him, it might have seemed like a normal girl, maybe. I don't know. It's not the most suspicious looking photo. I'm gonna be honest. It's one of those photos that you can clearly give the sus vibe and say, you know what, she doesn't look 18 to me. But it's one of those things like, oh, it's like the lore of those characters. They are vampires and they're like 4,000 years old, but they still are stuck on the same teenage body. I guess. I mean, that's still is weird, but he could have not known that shit. Mr. Beast might not even recognize what kind of character that shit is, if it was completely fictional or whatever, you know? I would agree that people... Oh, I'm sorry, I read that shit. What is your GPU name and its VRAM? So this is the RTX 4070. What the fuck is a VRAM? I actually forgot what the fuck the VRAM on that shit is. It's a normal one, and let's go for VRAM. Actually, is the TI version? No, I think it's a 4070 actually. This is a TI. I don't want the TI. 12 gigs, I guess. I already had like the 1080 in terms of video RAM. It was already good enough, so I wasn't even really concerned about the VRAM. You got to do like Mr. Disrespect, kind of like take a vacation. That would be suspicious. I'm gonna be honest. That would be worse. But yeah, Mutahar covered, like, I like Mutahar because Mutahar will give you 30 minutes of content, but he actually is going to deliver something different. Charlie, man, listen, I don't want to badmouth Charlie because I don't think there's anything negative on him specifically. I'm just saying, I've been watching him for a long time and I'm on that phase of like realizing the videos are pretty much the same. And he's not very controversial. I'm not expecting a content creator to be controversial for the sake of being controversial. I don't expect that. I don't need that. Okay, I hate that shit too. Forceful hating something to be popular. I don't like that. But god damn it, man, you gotta be controversial sometimes. You cannot have an opinion that, you know, in 100 topics, it's always what the general population agrees with. Like, no, sometimes you have takes that are just yours, or you have some specific details. And I don't know, man, Moist Critical always kind of seemed, at least I've been realizing lately, that the guy doesn't really diversify, you know, his mentality, I suppose. He doesn't have a lot of unique shit to deliver. I'm gonna be honest, but I still like, you know, the witty humor that he has and shit like that. And I think most people that like Charlie, they like the humor, and that's why they stick around. But I've seen a lot of people in denial going like, no, he's always different. No, he isn't. The videos are always pretty much the same structure, and that's okay, you know. Like, he's still getting, I think he's still getting a lot of subscribers. But I do like Mutahar better because when Mutahar has information, he will deliver. Like in this video, he covered the legality. I was gonna make a video about legalities, and then I got insecure as soon as I saw his video because I was like, "Fuck, this pretty much covers everything I was gonna say." But yeah. Obviously, he's still getting like 100,000 every couple, like every 2 weeks or some shit like that. That's still, like, it's not the biggest, but still, it's a ridiculous amount of subscriber count. But I really like Mutahar's video about this one.
Here's the thing: if you want to actually go and you know, drop.
As I say this camera blurs. That's fucking hilarious. I love your head. There you go. That's not something that I hear a lot of times, but there you go. I appreciate that.
Hardcore evidence on people, you probably.
But yeah, the legality. Here's the thing. If you want a little summation of what basically Mutahar covered, I already searched about this as well. In the United States, they have like three kind of like specifications about CP content. It can either be real, which obviously automatic jail if you involve a real minor. The second one is what the fuck is it? Unrealistic images, or realistic images but portrayed in a fictional way. It's basically an AI picture. Imagine an AI picture of a minor, okay? And the third one is depicting a real child in drawings, for example, or just depicting any minor in a drawing. Those latter two, can be protected under the First Amendment, but they have to not be obscene. If it's obscene, it's CP, it's automatically illegal. Okay. So from that standpoint, I don't think we can put Chris in jail. I'm sorry if that's disappointing to you, but most likely under US law, at least, there's not enough for that shit. It would have to be some, like, the picture that Shadman did, and I don't know if you heard about that shit, when he did Keemstar's daughter when she was 8. There's more grounds for that. If he had pictures like that commissioned or possession, distribution, shit like that, that's where you go down. But he doesn't have any of that shit, so. Shadman also, a lot of people were like, oh, but Shadman got arrested once. Couldn't it happen the same to Chris? Shadman got arrested for a completely unrelated thing. It was about assault with a deadly weapon, I think. So none of this is actually kind of relevant, to be honest. And he got out with a bail order. Actually, hold on. Is this his? I saw a different report. It was not on bail. It was on citation, but whatever. It's the same thing. Pretty much you pay to leave. But as you can see from this little page here, you can see that there's very little thing that you can go with. Obscenity is not protected under First Amendment rights to free speech, and violation of federal obscenity laws are criminal offenses. The U.S. court used a 3-pronged test, commonly referred as a Miller test. So pretty much 3 aspects. I don't know which ones are they specifically, but it's basically a test to determine what the average person thinks is obscene, right? What at the time, at the very least, like in the 2000s, the Miller test would be like, oh, this is obscene, and then in 2022, for example, differently. So I don't know. I think it's very much to the discretion of the jury and judge. But yeah, obscenity is defined as anything that fits the criteria of the Miller test, which may include, for example, visual depictions, spoken words, or written text. So drawings, actual porn, shit like that. But no, from what we see here, it's very hard for you to put Chris behind bars from a legal standpoint. Even Shadman can kind of like dodge the shit. But Chris definitely, like, that picture is not good enough. If I can show, and if most people can show it on YouTube, then I don't know. Maybe it's not even allowed there. I don't know. But yeah, it's disgusting. I don't know why we are so obsessed, I guess, with YouTubers are obsessed with children. I don't get it, man. I don't know if it's like just bad timing, or we're just paying attention now, which does seem to have to be the case, man. Has a nice hairstyle, yes. The nun. When you have a game and you select the nun, that's the best option to have, man. So, yeah, I didn't even want to comment on this. It's just heavy, you know what I mean? Like, these fucking videos are heavy. Like, this guy is getting so much 18,000 views in 1 hour. Yeah, I see some people getting fame with that shit. It's fine. I'm just not gonna... I don't like to cover these things, man. I did that shit once with EDP445 because I definitely had an opinion that a lot of people at the very least were insane. So I found purpose in that. I don't like being a parrot. I don't like to repeat, like, Charlie released a video, and a lot of people, especially small channels, they go like, oh, I'm gonna trend jack. Everyone is talking about this. I'm gonna get famous. You're not, because who the fuck do you think is stealing your views? Charlie's gonna get all the views. So once my golden rule: if Charlie uploads, it's dead. That topic is done. Don't talk about anything unless you have actual, new information. So I don't know. I could have spoken it earlier, but these topics are heavy to me. I don't know what to tell you, man. I like to cover topics where I can talk a lot. This is just straightforward. Like, what can you say that people don't know, basically? What happened to Master Oogway? Didn't he get banned? It was some crazy shit on Twitter, man. Wasn't it? Why did Mr... Is it Master Oogway, right? Got banned. I don't remember searching that, but apparently I did. Oh, yeah, the spam reports of... what the fuck was he doing? I remember there's something like that, yeah. The Turkish-Dutch... That's a weird combination. The YouTuber remained in headlines over controversial jokes and memes. I think, yeah, it was something about... on Twitter, man. The video was shared on social platform X. by the handle Master Uguay. The post read, I've officially been cancelled. I appealed the ban, but YouTube refused. Lost to millions of fans that watched me everything I worked for over a silly joke. What the fuck was a joke? Let me read a little bit here. My guy, let me just tell you this much, okay? I'm not sure entirely the information, but YouTube does sometimes ban people wrongfully, of course, but it takes a lot for YouTube to ban you based on reports, man. It's very rare for that shit to happen. Okay, so it might have been actual good reports. So the post went viral almost immediately and pulled countless reactions. Okay, are you gonna tell me what the fuck happened? Okay. Thank you for this amazing piece of fucking journalism. Okay, can someone explain me? Does somebody know that shit? Said the N-word on YouTube. Nah, that doesn't get you banned though. Because that would be a fucking lawsuit. If being white means that you can say the N-word, that's a case for discrimination, right? It's obviously from a public court of, the court of public opinion. If you're white, don't say the N-word, obviously, right? But when it comes to legally speaking, unless you're using the word in a racist manner, you cannot be banned or not from a legal perspective, I'm sorry, from a TOS perspective on a platform. Your skin color cannot determine the penalty, you know what I mean? Like people, it's not like on YouTube you can be a black person and say the N-word all the time and be fine, but then if it's a white person you get banned. Like you either everyone gets banned or no one gets banned, okay? And I've seen a lot of black content creators avoiding the N-word for that reason. You can say it, it's just that obviously gets demonetized almost immediately if you say it 3-4 times, something like that. But I don't think that was a way, unless he said it in a racist manner. He said it 150,000, so he did it abusively. Yeah, okay, then I understand. Let me see why people are saying it's unfair. Apparently, it was also a racist joke, which is also a big no-no. Yeah, so apparently some people defend. I hate that type of defense. I've faced that recently with a video I made about iShow speed. People think just because there's people doing worse shit that you shouldn't be caught because, there's worse out there. Go for those. Like, no, you still did something wrong. You still get the stick. You know what I mean? Okay, but can someone please confirm why exactly he's being terminated, man?
Well, guys, I'm officially permanently banned from YouTube for making memes.
Oh boy.
Officially permanently banned from YouTube for making memes.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm sorry, my guy. I don't think it was that crazy of a report. Was it all worth it for a 1:50 video, man? I don't know. Yeah, no, that's gonna be, I don't know. So you pick up the Grand Slam of genocide, okay? And then you put a racial slur in the title. Just so people can understand. I don't know, if you're not on YouTube, maybe you don't understand. As I can see RST, maybe you don't get it. But on YouTube, your first 30 seconds are critical. But not only that, the thumbnail and title. I remember I made a meme about what was back then the Lamar Roasting Franklin memes. And in my thumbnail, the word ass was on it. That got me demonetized. Or age restricted, actually, which is worse. So when it comes to thumbnails and titles, you have to be on your best behavior. And your first 30 seconds, keep it light at the very least. You can say one F-bomb, maybe two. But if you say it frequently in the first 30 seconds, you're going to get nuked, okay? Not from a community guideline thing, but demonetized. But this shit is community guidelines, though. And yeah, it's going to be... What the fuck you want me to say, man? he is what Charlie Murphy once said. You know, the great Charlie Murphy once said. Maybe you don't even know who that is. He's an habitual line stepper, all right? And habitual line steppers get the expected, I suppose. You just saw the title. Well, there you go. It's not the picture. Picture is fine. What the fuck is that? Is that Notre Dame? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I was gonna say that might be Milan, but it is. Yeah, no, that title's it's a bit off. In one video, okay, said it 150,000 times. Yeah, that's gonna get you done for. Have you tried Omegle? That shit died, didn't it? It went down, but I never tried it. No. Yeah, Dolph is white, which I guess it was trying to be ridiculous with it. Master Uguay is handsome, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. It could have this. Don't worry, I just saw the title. Yeah, is that Milan? I went there. I don't remember this shit like that. Like I know on the left of this big cathedral church. Okay, there's like that mall. I don't recognize it though. Is it? Is it really? Milan. I don't remember the name of the church. I went to Milan. That's why I'm saying it. I remember saying something like that, but it doesn't seem like Notre Dame at all. Duomo di Milano. Yeah. Was it this one? No, wait, is it? Maybe you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is Milan. I already forgot. That's great. But yeah, around here, I think there's a mall, kind of like a close, what you call it? I guess galleries, something like that. Windows 11, unfortunately. Big mistake, dude.
Uguay. The entire meme was that Master Uguay was creating content that just blatantly broke YouTube's TOS. Like,
yeah, I mean, what the fuck you think is gonna happen, man? Like, just the fact that you try it, YouTube is not gonna be like, oh, technically the line is still intact. Like, no, you're trying to mock us, you're gonna get it, and who's gonna complain about that? This one, it's the Windows 11 one is flat apparently because 3D is way too bad nowadays. So yeah, I don't even know why I went to Master Uguay. The RTX is powerful to run Windows 11, and why you regret it? Because Windows 11 in itself is just a shit fucking OS. It's terrible. The fact that, you know, like the Alt Tab function, the order sometimes doesn't, because for example, if I close Spotify, it should place this on the number 2. If I interact with Spotify, it should be on the number 2 of the queue, and it isn't. It goes back here. Especially when I'm editing videos, the shit gets all fucked up. Crashes, like most of the times I can't even open Control Shift S, which is going to be the task manager. It gets stuck like that. It's just a terrible performance, and just like this. Remember when we could have like a full screen full of actual, like you could place, for example, my NVIDIA videos on here left, so I can always know muscle memory. The folder is going to be here. I could place this DS4 Windows here, and it was so much better to have a full page. Okay, I can't do this, which I used to have the fucking taskbar on top, so I can record better. You know, when I record with Streamlabs OBS, the screen record, I want a bottom border to have nothing, so I can create a template on Sony Vegas, or it's not Sony anymore, Vegas, my editing software, to always be standard and not have a preset all fucked up. Windows 11 just ruins the workflow, man. It's terrible. Windows 10 was much more responsive. Not to mention, we actually had a functional Cortana, shit like that, you know. But yeah, this is gonna be shitty, man. Yeah, now people are still gonna call him out. That's the thing. Like people saying like, oh, you better not respond because it's gonna get worse. It's already bad as is. Because people are saying like he covered up. He has to talk about those allegations, man. Who is Chris Tyson, by the way? He I don't know. That's why we want Mr. Beast to talk. But was a transgender person. If you are very confused about that, if you hear Chris Tyson or Ava Tyson, the same. I think the full name is Ava Chris Tyson, so she never changed the name. But she was a friend of Mr. Beast, and then recently she was caught, or not recently, I'm sorry, it happened when she was a dude, and she was talking to minors in a very sexual explicit way that shouldn't have been happening in the first place. And then she was caught back then when she was a dude with a picture of a hand-drawn, I guess, or drawn animation type character that is a kind of a lolly, you know, below 18. So that's also concerning. So that, in a nutshell, that's what it is. People messing with kids still today. I don't know why. 2024 is not a good year for them. So yeah, so you already have the quartering. See, I don't like the quartering because I know this is going to be clickbait. I'm just going to fucking bite it because to save you a click if you're ever interested, I guess. But this is going to be clickbaited. Unless it's like...
Well. Things are getting a little bit interesting in the Mr. Beast firing of one of his very woke employees. And the reaction from very large mainstream content creators like Moist Critical, Valkyrae, Pokimane, and many others are being called into question based on their different reactions to this particular instance, which is exactly the same as what happened to Dr. Disrespect. And how they responded, which I'm going to show you, is very, very interesting. Plus, some new DMs hit the internet from Chris Tyson that are very, very telling. Make sure you leave a like on this video.
Let me skip this, otherwise it's not going to be fucking...
Rumble channel. Look, I think it should be said, first and foremost, that I think the behavior...
Okay, I don't care. Just give me the fucking shit that I need to know. I'm skipping because just from a copyright perspective, I don't want to steal content. Okay, there you go.
Far worse when you see the messages. Content creators like Pokimane getting called out. Here's how Pokimane responded to the Dr. Disrespect news. Yuck. 100,000 likes.
Oh, yeah, no, I do have to complain about Pokemon in this one. It is a bit fucking weird. Like, full on, like, when it's a grown-ass man, right? No discussion about this. Immediately, you know, PDF file, all right? When it comes to this, she went on a huge wall of comments, basically, or posts, actually, where, oh, don't attack transgender people for this. Like, listen, I understand that as a secondary message, but is that really, honestly, your concern? Some people are being transphobic. Okay, it's words, all right? There's this fucking person literally interact with minors, and that's your first post? It's going to be about the transgender community? Really? It's the priorities that I don't fucking get. It's weird, man. It's Twitter. You can, like, post two things at the same time. But the fact that she went onto a concern first like that, like, no, just call out the fucking person for doing that shit and then focus on something else. Pokemon, she's Asian, right? I don't know if she has, like, heritage or whatever. I'm not sure. Not relevant to me either way. She needs to keep that political correct mask. Yeah, she's Moroccan. Really? I would never fucking guess. Is that... Are you busting my balls here, man? Pokemon nationality. I never questioned, honestly. I always thought she was Canadian or some shit. Moroccan Canadian. Oh, I was actually right about the Canadian part. Holy shit. Okay. I don't know why. I went with Canada there. But Moroccan as well. Okay. Yeah, I can see it, I guess. I didn't even know. I didn't even care. I know that she has a weird name, but I never really put that into consideration, honestly. Yeah, so for example, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it look like... So you had all the fucking information for Dr. Spec, but you don't have the information for this one? It's a bit weird. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable regardless of who you are. Like, you know this, like, very... Let's stretch this out to be politically correct kind of thing, or be very sure. Like, you simply said yuck immediately to the Dr. Spec. The Dr. Spec one could have been a situation where he's like... There was something to it. Didn't care about that shit. This one, you jump head first? I don't know.
I also think it's extremely telling based on the number of likes.
Yeah, trying to smooth it out.
This is how Pokimane, leftist, you know, post fame, hold on. I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards that group of people is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. It's a shame that people will see this as an opportunity to go after the trans community as a whole.
I don't like his fucking mockery. This guy annoys me a little bit.
To other people than those who are on the receiving end of these terrible messages. Double standard. That is too.
Okay, so instead of solely, I've seen people complain about Charlie. I don't know. When I said the shit about Charlie having samey videos, that was not even criticism. That was completely unrelated. But I recently heard some people complain about it. His delivery, I suppose. So instead of solely focusing on the P file, Chris, half the video is Moist Critical going off on Sneeko and dissing my circle. Nice way to deflect the situation, Charlie. Okay, that is a stupid ass fucking complaint. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this straight up. I will say 20 minutes for 26 minutes, 25 minutes. I don't even remember how long it was. But all those minutes to address the situation is a bit much. Unless you're Mudahara, which he did deliver some cool information. Okay. He did stretch out the video, but you don't get to dictate if the person all of a sudden wants to talk about Sneeko or whatever the fuck. Like, that's his channel. It's basically his channel is a whole, how should I say this? A confessional, like kind of like how I feel about this. So if he wants to talk about Sneeko, I mean, you can fucking talk about Sneeko. Just talk about the minutes where he was addressing the Chris allegations, okay? I don't think that's a problem. He doesn't script his videos, so it's all pretty much pure reaction. Don't have a problem with that, okay? This is just one of those things that people complain about, and there's nothing to complain about here, okay? So they'll have the video going off on Sneeko. Again, if it's relevant in any way, he can make a video about whatever the fuck he wants. It's like, you know, look how Philip DeFranco makes his videos. He usually talks about multiple news in one video, and then he puts on chapters. So he doesn't really talk like a full 20 minutes about one certain news. It's kind of like what Charlie does, but Charlie doesn't put the chapters divided. So just think of it like this. The Instagram comments are way wild. It's not as bad as Twitter, where it's unrelated as fuck. Every single post is unrelated. The comments are unrelated. What you do to get popular on YouTube? Just post lots or something else? I mean, a little bit of trend jacking. Like if people are talking about certain things, my mentality was always like, if someone's talking about GTA 6, for example, think of something that people are gonna watch, they want to watch, but nobody else is delivering. And it's not easy. It's very situational, but sometimes you're gonna get that. Like my video about EDP kind of popped off because it was something that everyone was wondering: is EDP going to go jail for this? But nobody was really answering that question. So I guess kind of like that, but I don't have the solutions, obviously, because I'm still at 35,000 subscribers. If I was doing better, I would have known the secret, but I don't. She's pretty, if that's what you're saying, I guess. She just annoys me so much, man. Why do people like minors? I mean, that's so weird to be attracted to minors. I don't know, man. Like, just the mere fact of how they talk, they're so irrational. I can't even... I don't know. What about that Chris Tyson Fallout video? Which one specifically? I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks, bro. I'll drop this off. Hey, thank you so much, Big Brown. Is this your first time? Like, did you not see any video at all? Or is this like the time when you decided? Because it would be funny to find new viewers through streams. That would give me some motivation.
Certain. You can also look at the way Moist Critical responded. Now, to the people saying, well, Moist Critical needs to respond. First of all, that's lame and dumb. You can't demand content creators create videos that you want them to create. They don't have to do that. However, I do think that it's fair to point out criticisms. Now, I think that Moist Critical got some level of unfair criticism for quote unquote never talking about the situation, because he had talked about it and uploaded it to a clip channel.
Yeah.
And then after immense pressure from the internet, the very next day uploaded a very...
Also, let me tell you this much. I think it was Abba that said this, and it's precisely the type of energy that people, I think a lot of commenters have to have the balls to do, which is like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make the fucking video. You don't tell me what to upload on my channel. If I don't want to talk about a situation, I'm not going to talk about the situation. Okay, I understand if he makes a video about Dr. Disrespect, all right? You would expect him to talk about this. I get that argument to a certain extent. But in the end of the day, it's still his channel, people. It's like when the whole Palestine, and that's why I'm mentioning Abba Preach, because it's a channel, for those who don't know, there's just a bunch of a pair of commenters, of commentary people, I guess. I don't know how you fucking say it. Commentators. And when the Israel shit was breaking out, people were like, oh, you're not going to talk about Palestine and in Israel, you're not going to talk about this. And they straight up released a video saying, or in the next video they made, they just said, hey, we know you people want to watch that shit, but we don't want to make it. Straight up, we don't have any opinion about the Palestine and Israel bullshit because we don't have enough information for that. So we won't talk about it. I think a lot of people get addicted to this idea that, you know, Most Critical is the president of YouTube, right? He has to put an opinion on everything. And there's just certain things that they don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the Chris fucking shit myself because it's way too, I don't know, sad and depressing to say the least. People get to not upload shit that you feel like they're owed to you. Like, no. Most Critical could have said, you know what, I'm not going to talk about this shit because I don't have the head for this. I don't have the head space for this. Or I want more opinions about it. The Cody Co shit, I would have made a video about Cody Co as well. Why didn't I? Because, fuck me, there's not a lot to go on. There's like a little bit of evidence that people say it's evidence, but to me is very circumstantial, right? I don't know. I'm not going to talk about things that I'm not comfortable talking about or I don't have information about. People are addicted to this idea that everyone has to have an opinion. And no, I don't. Sometimes you just don't know certain things and you don't care about certain things. Straight up. Simple as that. Have you got any tattoos? No, I never got any tattoos.
A dedicated video. Now, some people are saying it's because of the social pressure that, you know, the internet was like, dude, you got to talk about this. You made plenty of videos about Dr. Disrespect. You had lots to say about him. You know, these are all people that want to stay in Mr. Beast's good graces. I'd be willing to bet that there is some sort of back channel discussion about how these people all respond. It was very obvious that Pokimane and Valkyrae absolutely
you don't have to say it like that, dude.
coordinated their response both to Dr. Disrespect and to this with, you know, PR type responses, and we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, people do walk on eggshells just because Chris is transgender. It doesn't. I don't even know why we're addressing that fucking fact. It is so irrelevant, man. Jesus Christ, the person did something bad. Fucking comment on that. And that goes for both sides. You know, this goes for the sides that want to pick this shit up and say, like, see, this is what transgender people are, sick people. This goes to you, but also goes to the people who are going on full PR mode and are trying to defend the transgender community when nobody gives a shit that this is not being related to them, okay? Some dumbass fucking assholes on the internet saying it doesn't make it a global issue. It's like 6 people at most fucking doing this, okay? Just move on. So, where are your head hairs? That's a good question. I would like to know too. Are you really bald or just don't like to have hair? No, basically at 16. I think it was as young as that. Started to lose hair. I noticed the hair was falling off. And I think it's basically genetics. And at some point I was like, I'm not going to try to salvage this. Shaved it. And I save on shampoo. I'm okay with that.
Mr. Critical did talk about it. Now, he did spend a lot of time in his video talking about Sneeko and talking about everyone else, rather than actually talking about the behavior of Chris. You can see a lot of the responses. I love Charlie, but he didn't talk about anything that's going on and turned it all on Sneeko. He wanted the attention of the video to be on something else. Hypocrite. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people are satisfied with his response.
Okay, sure. If you judge him by the title, of course, it's a video that is very, like, out there. Sure, like, I agree with that. I can agree with that. Not everyone has good videos, and, you know, he got distracted a little bit. And I don't know how he got, like, 6 million in 24 hours. But it's Charlie, man. Of course, at some point, your popularity is going to do wonders for itself, you know. Hey, thank you so much, man. Sometimes I feel insecure about this shit, but, you know, it wasn't really a decision.
But then again, you don't have to watch him. I just think it's one of many of these multi-millionaire creators that are more interested in protecting their bag than staying ideologically consistent.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point they have a lot of money to protect. I can kind of respect that, I can kind of not. I don't know. it's one of those things that I think we need to get into that position first and then see how much does it actually take it away from us. Because it's easy to talk when you don't have anything to lose, right? Yeah, see, like, doctors is disgusting immediately, an offensive term. But then when it comes to this, like, oh, this is the problem, like, this is what you focus on. I don't think this should distract people, honestly. I don't think this deserves a lot of fucking sunshine. I'm gonna be honest, okay? Just, okay, I guess they could have answered better. Just move on. It's not really worthy of criticism that heavily. Okay, I'm just gonna read the tweets. I don't want to steal this guy's video because I absolutely hate reactionary channels. So this is the apology from Ava or Chris, whatever the fuck. So even though they do say in the bottom, and I didn't even say that, do you see that? I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava has vocally supported that they are false. They're not really false. This guy just doesn't think he was groomed, but by what he accounts as being true, it was kind of a case of grooming, but okay.
2,000 likes, which is they're getting absolutely crushed in the then I see their replies. Did they delete them already? No, I don't think so. They went on, yeah. So several hours later, after getting absolutely crushed, they're like, well, I wanted to add that I never groomed anyone. Part of that relationship have come forward and hurt my unacceptable.
It's a lot of fucking denial, I guess. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I have heard with my. This is the worst type of fucking shitty ass apologies that I ever see. It's kind of like those apologies. I'm sorry that you're offended. I fucking hate when people say that shit. No, apologize for what you did wrong. Not that. Oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Fuck you, man. I hate that type of apology, man. You either say it or you don't say it. Don't fuck around and say like, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way, as if the person is to blame. No. I hate this. I humbly apologize to anyone I have hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online.
Social media.
That looks very dismissive. I don't like that. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. Okay, I guess if they're lying about actual sex or some shit, I don't know. In past years, I have learned that my whole humor is not acceptable. I cannot change. Well, that's not really just a case of humor being unacceptable. Even back then, it was not acceptable. I think it flew under the radar because it wasn't really well known. I mean, Mr. Beast wasn't really taking off back then. So, no, that's a bit, that rubs me the wrong way. I'm gonna be honest. That's not just an edgy joke, man. That was far, like, you should have known. In the past years, I have learned that my old humor, again, is not a humor, but okay, it's not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. You're just, shut the fuck up. You keep doing it worse, man. This just keeps getting bad. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at Mr. Beast, which is why I've stepped away.
You're gone.
Oh no. Oh no.
Stepped away. I mean, I'm guarantee you, Mr. Beast said, "Yo, dog, you're gone."
No. Oh no, man. People are fucking wild. Dude, no, come on, man. That is somewhat offensive, man, but Jesus Christ. The fucking edit, man. Oh, good lord.
Look, again, it's possible that Mr. Beast didn't know. I highly doubt that. I guarantee you, for somebody who's online as much as him, rumblings in the office for
Yeah, probably knew. I don't know. He just needs to fucking say something. I don't like the silence thing. This is literally what Cody Ko is going through, man. Just fucking say something. Yeah, also, yeah, you're right. Zordo, can I call you that? It's not a joke if he had a poster of it on the wall. Yeah, absolutely. I don't even think Ava is fucking addressing that shit. I think they were just addressing the fucking messages and tweets and shit. And I'm sorry, that picture is a bit sus. In fact, that was like when people talked about accusations, I thought the people were talking about that. The picture that he had on the wall. I honestly thought that was what people were complaining about. And then I heard about this guy who said I was 13 and he was trying to defend Ava or Chris by saying like, oh, I don't feel like I was groomed. That's not what happened. But then when they described the events, yeah, my guy, that you were definitely groomed. Like, you may not recognize that shit, but it is true. Saying it so doesn't make it so. So yeah, it's a bit clusterfuck, honestly. Can RTX 470 run GTA 6? I would have to wait another year after the release to find out. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm going to run with a PlayStation 5. Master Wugways also said that I really apologize, that blah blah blah. People think that apologies are erasers, man, and it isn't. You gotta face the music. Why don't you stream on Twitch? I could. I used to, actually. I had 2 platforms that I would stream at the same time on YouTube, but that shit is a clusterfuck at sometimes. You have to open restream. It's a huge complication, man. I'll think about it, but right now I'm not. Twitch never gave me any viewership, basically, so I don't give a fuck. It's way too saturated. Just call me A. I think I offended him so badly by calling him what I did. Zordo, and then he was like, nah, just A is fine. Yeah, but pronouncing it is going to be a little bit tough for me, so I'll honor your wishes.
The video's awesome. I left my friend alone on island with kids for 30 days. I mean, most everybody posting here, the downfall of Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast needs to be very, very careful how he responds here. You know, he's a big, Shopify is a big woke company that sponsors him, sponsors many of his biggest videos. That is a...
Yeah, most likely he won't talk, but I would expect him to do so. So, holy shit, Chris Tyson messaged Mudahar following the release of his Cafos video to complain about his usage of Kiwi Farms. And for those who don't know, let me see if I got it right. Kiwi Farms is basically a collection of archives. So, Forums is a web that facilitates the discussion of harassment of online figures and communities. I think they archive pretty much from the way back shit that people do that is weird today, and then maybe in the future people will look back and be like, oh, why didn't we pay attention to this? So they archive past offenses, basically. So he was as a source of information, claiming he was responsible for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet. So glad you said so this is from Chris. So glad you said there's legit info on Kiwi. Legit being people telling people to go to my house and kill me. That website is the reason my child has a gun pointed at him by cops. I'm assuming talking about swatting, even though you don't give a shit about your child as many times we've seen, but okay. They renamed my family's businesses on Google, harassed and doxed my family members, to the point where they don't talk to me anymore and are the reason I had to move. So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, where transphobia, stop it, fucking hate this shit. It's not transphobia, it's a fucking case of, hey, you did some fucked up shit. I'm not even sure, is this really Chris? I'm not understanding the context of this. Chris Tyson messaged Mudahar following the release of his Keffels video, for those who don't know, Keffels is also transgender, to complain about his usage of Kiwi Farms. So why association like Chris got fucking, that's not his fault. What the fuck? So thank you for sending more eyes to the bottom of the barrel of the internet, when transphobia is encouraged by the creator who enjoys and has encouraged doxes of me because they think I'm a Jew being paid by Disney to transition. Some people do have weird fucking theories, man. Regardless, my guy. Or girl, whatever is happening. What are you on about? Caffels did something stupid. They got called out for. That's it. That's all it takes. You're overthinking. Oh, it's transphobia. That's not people's responsibility. If someone just decides out of, because you did something fucked up, that all of a sudden the community has to suffer. That's on them. You cannot complain or criticize someone to bring out the truth in an investigative manner, which Mudahar did with KFOs, and very well. I like his video about it. And complain that, oh, that's the reason why I'm being persecuted now. That is not his fault. Complain about the people that are swatting your fucking house and harassing you. I mean, what the fuck you want me to say? It's not a Buddha Heart's fault.
Yep. Keffels, another trans you see, he sent a message saying, "So glad you said."
Sorry, let me read it here. I love the GTA 6 technology video. There you go. Appreciate it. That's how I found you. All right, there you go.
There's legit info on Kiwi.
Yeah, it was definitely the one that I tried to get a little bit of research. Took a while, but it was fairly good to make because it was all trailer based and shit like that. And I'm gonna go back to a little more like a relaxed. I've been green screening my latest videos, and I was like, "Fucking, you know what? Let me just record myself on the chair at nighttime. Edit from there. I'm tired of editing every single second of the video. You know what I mean?"
Legit being that people, why is that blocked by this stupid Grok thing? Come on, Twitter, telling people to go to my house and end me. That website is the reason fans who happen to be Jewish and they're allowed to have that whatever opinions they want. Speaking of which, glad to see my doxers are picking back up today. Wonder where they got that info. Of course, Mudahar responds to that by saying, "Yo, everyone uses that site when they're doing
investigations,
research, obviously." And by the way, who cares? This is somebody who doesn't want information out there. That's what they want. And like it or hate it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, I'm not even gonna make a video about this because this is one of those clear cut fucking videos that you could make, and everyone has already made that shit. Mudahar, Charlie, we had Brion. Most likely Sunny V2 is gonna have a fucking payday with this shit because you do remember that shit. I don't know if you guys know who Sunny V2 is, but it's already here. It's already here. How will Chris Tyson situation impact Mr. Beast? Oh baby, this is 1 year ago, man. He's gonna have a payday after this shit, if he has not done that already. Let me see. No, he hasn't. He uploads weekly, so he still has time, I suppose. If he is even gonna talk about that shit. I want lighter drama. You know what I mean? I don't want kids to be involved, man. Like, good lord. Guilty. Immediately, man. Mr. Beast can do anything for views. I don't know. I think Mr. Beast is a nice guy. It's just he probably got into with the wrong people, and on top of that, he's not really knowing how to address this. And I kind of feel bad for Mr. Beast that way because imagine if all of a sudden you wake up and your friend did something that makes you, puts you in a bad spot, and all of a sudden, like, you never dealt with any of this. How do you do I do a tweet? Do I do a full video? Like, it's a lot of questions, and it must be a shitty way to wake up and realize, like, fuck, this moron just put me in hot water for no reason. I don't know, man. Even if Mr. Beast knew a little bit, I'm not focused about him. I'm gonna be honest, unless he comes out with some crazy shit going like, you know what? I even have worse images, people. That's not what I sent him. Like, yeah, okay. But considering that he wasn't actually involved, I guess he doesn't even have to apologize. He just has to address that shit and move on. Chris is the one that has to go through the fucking pike. But yeah, let me just relax a little bit. We can keep talking about this or anything else if you guys want to talk about GTA 6 or whatever. I was going to play fucking Skate 3, man. That was my idea. And I'm just going to initiate it here. Which is good, with Skate 3, I can just pretty much talk about anything. And I don't have to be focused. So what did Chris do to Mr. Beast? He didn't do anything directly. What he did, I'm sorry, I keep saying that shit because my brain is very, language, English is my second language. It's already hard thinking in a second language. Give me a break, okay? But Chris just basically put him in a bad spot because of this whole bullshit that Chris did, Like, imagine if one of your friends all of a sudden, it was found that, imagine if you're in a Discord group with your friends and one of your friends had another Discord group where he was sending CP and crazy images and illegal shit. You know, and you had to, I don't know, talk to a school investigator or an actual police and shit. Like, you're gonna be very uncomfortable. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna say? You know, you're gonna be feeling like you're being put on the spot over shit that you didn't do. Especially worse with Mr. Beast having all this, you know, this big brand. It's a terrible situation to be in. I do recognize that. Again, I don't follow Mr. Beast specifically. I just don't feel like he's a bad guy. And certainly there's nothing to indicate that. So yeah. But I do think he has to talk. He has to talk about this shit. You should have played GTA 5 on the PlayStation 3. I did. Hold on a second. Let me see if I still have it here. I did play for the PlayStation 3. I was one of the suckers that basically bought the game in every single platform, dude. Which is shameful, but at the time, I mean, I wanted to play the shit. I wanted to play it on release, so I played it on PlayStation 3, and then PlayStation 4 came out. My friends were playing on the PlayStation 4. I was like, oh, I guess another version of the game. And then, yeah, basically ended up with the PC version for the mods. I did got the disc still. Oh, I still have the fucking map and shit. Look at this, pristine, man. This shit is gonna be sold at some point for really good money. Look at that shit, clean as fuck. Clean as fuck. Nobody knows what this fucking thing is anymore. If you show one of those Fortnite kids what the fuck this is, they think it's a waffle or some shit. But yeah, I still have like the promotional shit. GTA 4 was even better because I had like a little magazine with actual ads and shit like that, but I still have the... Wasn't this a poster as well, or is this just the map? Yeah, GTA 4 had the poster of the girl, which was fucking amazing. I don't know where that ended up. I ended up destroying that whole... the promotional shit. Yeah, nice tits on her. Everyone was saying, like, I remember when everyone was saying, like, she was Lindsay Lohan, and even Lindsay Lohan was saying, like, oh, that's me. They're copying my image. And I'm like, bitch, you're not that hot. But I do remember that was some crazy years there. It is one of the best cover arts they made so far, I'll be honest. GTA 5 has a few things that I didn't like too much, but they certainly nailed it with the cover art. And even the character art and shit from Franklin, Trevor, and shit like that. You know, him pouring the gasoline and shit. GTA Vice City, wine loading. This is the best one. Vice City is still the game that I have to play fully. I played the first missions when I was a kid, but I never ended up finishing it. So that's something that I'm gonna have to do on stream, obviously. But I'm saving myself. I'm a Vice City virgin. I want my first time to be amazing. Oh shit! I can go here. Oh shit. But I did play pretty much everything else. GTA 3, I'm still finishing it today, but I already know the story, how it goes and shit. GTA San Andreas finished it. Liberty City Stories, I play that one too. GTA 4, one of my favorites, if not my favorite GTA, to be honest. At the very least in terms of story. And I think that's all GTAs I've tried. I haven't tried the spin-offs like GTA Chinatown and shit like that. Not even sure if it's that good, but... Oh yeah, obviously GTA 2 and GTA 1 is completely different. GTA 4 is unoptimized, especially on the PC. That is absolutely true. And that's why I wanted... Like, if they wanted to remaster GTA, they should have remastered GTA 4. But unfortunately, they haven't. Let me see. How can I climb up here? There we go. But yeah, that was a problem with GTA 4. It came out as a fucking trash port for the PC. And Rockstar pretty much like... And GTA 5, the port wasn't that bad for the PC, but it could have been better a little bit on release. Hey, team, how you doing, man? I'm gonna call you team, otherwise... Bo. Is that how you say the name? Bo, right? You have the same name as a character in, Red Dead. Jesus Christ. Oop. Excuse me, fucking hell. Why did GTA didn't remaster on PlayStation 4? I mean, I wish they did, but I don't know. I think Rockstar made it look like it was unprofitable. And that's just untrue, of course. Wait, where the fuck am I? Yo, where the fuck am I? I shouldn't be here. Goddamn.
This spot is pretty dope, right?
Yeah, it's basically, in the end of the day, it's gonna be money. Woo, this is dangerous fucking grind. There you go, beautiful. Oh yeah, let's go down here. See if we can nail it. Oh no, we can't. Oh shit. Too fast. Ugh. The fucking crashes on this game is absolutely the best. Even better than GTA 4 Ragdolls. For those who never played Skate 3, man, you should definitely like try to emulate it or something like that. Oof. The fucking skull crushing shit. Yeah, I mean, Rockstar at some point did a passion project, like GTA 4, and even GTA Online itself was a passion project. They didn't support it too much, but it was still something that... Ooh! That hurt. But it was still something that you could tell, like, they just wanted people to have fun. Red Dead Redemption 2, they wanted to support online to a certain extent until it was not profitable anymore. And I don't know, maybe it was probably because they were already busy with GTA 6. Even though I already said this multiple times, Red Dead Redemption Online should have gotten definitely more support because it's an amazing platform. Let me see if I can do this one here. Oh shit. Oh no. Ooh, I can feel... playing this game, you can just feel the impact every single time, dude. Alright, I want to go down here, though. Let me just crash. By ankles. There's a little cool trick here that I usually pull off. Let me see if I can do it. Like this. That's a bit slow. Ooh, that was kind of cool. But that Red Dead Redemption 2, like at the very least, you can still play. Rockstar technically did buy the 5M version of Red Dead Redemption 2, and if you want to play online, definitely go for that one, because that shit at least is being supported instead of the actual official version. Oh, I don't have a ramp here. Hold on a second. Where's the ramps? Let me just focus a little bit here because I gotta do this perfectly. I think it's around here. Let's see. Like that. How will the graphics look like in GTA 6 for realistic, like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Hollywood style graphics? I think it's gonna be like Red Dead Redemption 2. They're definitely gonna reuse some of the resources. It's gonna be a bit cheaper and they can focus on other resources. But then again, they did some stupid upgrades in GTA 5 that in GTA 4 was much better. So, not really upgrades, obviously, but Red Dead Redemption 2, man, it definitely has a lot of shit that it could reuse, and it's gonna be really cool. Obviously, they're still gonna improve upon the Red Dead Redemption 2 graphics, because they still had a few problems. Kind of like the anti-aliasing at some point was a bit problematic. But like, if they pull their cards right, man, they can pull this shit. I mean, they cannot fuck up this GTA, man. Like, I think they made a way too much of a big bet for that shit to be a flop, basically. I'm not sure if it would kill every single GTA after that, but it would definitely not be a good taste, right? Yeah, it doesn't. Like, it's really bad in the anti-aliasing sense. And some artifacts, like some weird glitches, like graphical artifacts in Red Dead Redemption 2, shouldn't be happening in 2024, you know what I mean? Or even when it was developed. So if they fix those little annoyances, they're definitely gonna have other issues, of course, but that's acceptable to some extent. Dude, I want to pull this fucking shit off, man. This is one of the hardest tricks that I just accidentally created. So you go down here. You follow. Okay, I just do that shit, I guess. God damn it. Let me focus a little bit here. I want to pull this one off. What? Come on, man. There you go. Beautiful. Alright, so you go down here. Follow this line here. You parkour here or not. Okay, I was just fucking it up. Okay. But yeah, the MSAA doesn't work as it should. You know, there's a few problems with it, but it's still a beautiful game. It's one of the most with high fidelity graphical games you get out there. So it's not that bad. They don't have to upgrade too much. It's a little bit back, actually. Hold on a second. I need to play Red Dead Redemption 2 again, man. Wait, was it back? I guess it was back a little bit here. But GTA 6, man, I don't think there's a... they have so many employees, and if they pull like Red Dead Redemption 2, so if their management style for this game or staffing was like Red Dead Redemption 2... I gotta disable the music for a little bit here, sorry. Maybe actually disable everything, I want to talk. So if they have the same staffing system as they had in Red Dead Redemption 2, that essentially means they are gonna pull every single department from every Rockstar studio. So basically, Rockstar North is gonna be the main one because it has always been on GTA games. Then they're gonna pull, I don't know, Rockstar, what is it, Ontario or Toronto, Toronto, New England, San Diego, shit like that. Because for Red Dead Redemption 2, what a lot of people don't know is that Red Dead Redemption 2 was not released by a single division from Rockstar, which it typically is. A lot of people just say like, oh, this game was released by Rockstar Games. And unless you're talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, there's never been a game that was released or developed by Rockstar Games itself. It was always like Rockstar North, Rockstar San Diego. For example, San Diego was Midnight Club. Max Payne was like, I think... Dundee, which was even outsourced, wasn't even a Rockstar studio at the time. I already said San Diego. You know, plenty of people there that did they did the Rockstar titles. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is the one that if you check on Steam in the Steam page, if it's still on the store, I think it is. So if you check Red Dead Redemption 2, Jesus, it's so fucking cheap, man. $20. Right, so as you can see, the developer is Rockstar Games and published by Rockstar Games. It's the first game to be both developed and published by the same Rockstar Games division, because they brought people from Rockstar North, Rockstar San Diego, Rockstar New England, Lead, whatever, right? But for example, maybe GTA 4, what can I say, episodes from Liberty City or something shit like that. GTA what the fuck? They canceled it? GTA 4... it was called Definitive something, I guess. No? Wait, what? I think they removed it from Steam, so it's most likely it's only on the Rockstar thing. Okay, cool. Alright, let's pick up... Okay, I can't search it. But believe me, if you check a Wikipedia file or whatever the fuck, or a page, most, like, GTA 5... Actually, we can search GTA 5, because GTA 5, I think it was... Yes. So as you can see, the developer is Rockstar North, not Rockstar Games, Rockstar North. It was one division focusing on GTA, and it's always been San Andreas, GTA 4, pretty much every GTA was Rockstar North with some collaboration from San Diego. For example, San Andreas, that's the team that took the pictures and shit like that. So, you know, they have some collaboration, but it is still a Rockstar North game, okay? But Red Dead Redemption 2 was the first game to actually be developed and published by Rockstar Games the group, right? So they pulled everyone, San Diego, Rockstar North, pretty much every fucking person. Okay, so GTA 6, if it's by the same style of staffing as it was for Red Dead Redemption 2, we're gonna have pretty much every team involved, and that I think means how many employees? Rockstar Games employees. Number, I guess count. So 5,000 people working on one single game. They have to deliver, all right? If they do decide to not go just Rockstar North and they go Rockstar North and fucking Leeds and New England, shit like that. Which I hope, obviously. What the fuck is happening with my guy? So I played Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PC and rarely had any bugs. There are only gun glitches. Yeah, it was very high quality port, to be honest. And there are only gun glitches on cutscene. I experienced where gun bodies disappear, but the gun grip stays on Arthur's hand on cutscene. Yeah. I was playing that chasing kid mission in Saint Denis, where Arthur asks about Angel Bronte. Oh, the pickpocket, the kid that steals your shit. Yeah, that's a cool one. You actually have 2 ways to play that mission if you didn't know. 2 different cutscenes, and my shit is bugging. I don't know what's happening with Streamlabs, dude. GTA Trilogy was the shittiest definitive edition. It was so fucking terrible. The fact that they removed the originals for that, terrible. Rockstar made like 50 online DLCs but didn't give us a single player DLC. I don't know if you saw my post, but they pretty much had the idea to do so, but an ex-employee from Rockstar said they canceled it because GTA Online was way too profitable and they had to focus on GTA Online. The GTA 5 expand and enhance, man, that was some bullshit. Even the trailer looked bad. The license plate had a bug where it looked yellow. That was ridiculous, man. That was something else. They didn't change a dime and fix any bugs. They introduced new ones, actually. That's the epitome of fucking pissing on our faces, I guess. There you go. Oh, I'm gonna pull it off now. Look at this. Beautiful fucking trick here. Woo! Beautiful parkour right here. Beautiful. But yeah, they pretty much didn't change anything at all. Oh, I didn't want to grind, but that's fine. But we'll see. If it's the whole fucking business of Rockstar Games developing GTA 6, man, it's hard for them to not deliver something positive. My only concern is if they don't use the CFX team for the online experience. I don't know why they bought the CFX team so late into, like, which is a 5M team if you didn't know, the modders. I wouldn't know why they hired so late if they are not going to use that team to develop GTA Online for GTA 6. I really hope it's those guys, because those guys know what people want. Role-playing, you know, server browser, that's going to be a great GTA Online if they pull it off. But I'm still worried, of course. Everyone should. If it's Rockstar North doesn't know how to do an online game, let's be honest. It started well, sort of, and then I don't know if it was Rockstar Games demanding a huge profit on the fucking releases of the DLCs, but it went downhill. Oh, pull a trick, dude. Come on. Do a little good trick. Come on, man. There you go. So score. Oh, what the fuck? I have to do so much shit, man. Cannonball, pretty much every single pose. Okay. So Dutch believed on Micah, and they first met at the starting of the game, and didn't believe on Arthur, which he knew for 20 years. Yeah, that's the whole problem. A lot of people, what they defend is that Dutch was already kind of crazy, so it didn't take him too much to not believe in the people that he should. Even Micah, he kind of ignored as well. And Micah got killed for that shit too. That's a problem. For a bad heist that shouldn't have been done. I need this one here. I like how you can avoid crashing bones if you just fly like an eagle. Alright, last one here, and then cannonball here. Ooh, right in the skull, dude. Oof. Come on, get the points. I killed it. What the fuck you mean? Okay, whatever. That Guarma chapter was very unexpected. I didn't expect a tropical island. A lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why, but I did like that. It was a little bit of a different experience because it completely changes the map, of course, and I think it was an interesting take. And I wish I could have made something with it, actually. Ooh, that's nice. Ah, I fucking hate having to do fucking... Can I just continue? No, preset. Who should we name this? Someone from the Drake team, man. I don't know, there's not a lot of other people I can think of. To be determined. That's what we're gonna name, actually. I can type. We'll think about that shit later. Dutch voice actor also worked in GTA San Andreas. Yeah, from what I heard, the guy who plays Franklin also had... It was the NPC, like that fat gangster that you can recruit. But what was Dutch if he was in San Andreas? Oh, Jesus Christ. What an asshole. The skate doing a little trick there. What voice did he voice? Yeah, no, that sounds stupid, but... I need to go that way. They reuse a lot of voices when it comes to that, man. People that didn't even have like a huge highlight in the past game, they decided, you know what, let's reuse. A lot of like great successful shows and games, they did that shit. Like in The Sopranos, they also used one of the guys that was supposed to be like an NPC kind of guy, you know what I mean? A random guy. And he became one of the biggest in the Mafia team. So that's always interesting. Is that guy car below? Give me a ride, my guy. Come on. Ah. That old guy with skin... I can't see the fucking... There's a heart emoji on top of the fucking ship for some reason. With skin what? NPC has the same voice that Dutch has. Oh, you mean an NPC in San Andreas, right? Have you confirmed if it's a real voice or if it's like same kind of sounding? Oh yeah, let's do a fucking... I want to do a little loop here. Come on, do a loop. Oh shit. Let's be faster. Yo! Bobby Brown, come on. Let's do a little more speed here. Oh, there you go. Ah, I fucking forgot to boost. Shit. Ah! Come on, man, I want to do the loop here. Ah! Oh, that is insulting, man. Oopsie doozy, the same way Dutch does in Red Dead Redemption 2. I never heard Dutch actually say that shit. But did you confirm? Maybe the guy has the same voice, but sometimes they go uncredited actually, like those little extras and shit like that. You don't even know their names. Oh, I did not want to do that. Oh, the fucking ragdoll. Even like the little little crashes or bailouts, they look so realistic. There you go. Let's do this. Woo! Ooh, that was smooth. All right, I'll take that shit.
What's up, dude?
Oh, is this a... No, I don't want to do this one. Yeah, man. Apparently, miners. Damn hot right now. This is hot topic, dude. I don't know what kind of fucking... Like, I remember when we had seasons and outfit season. Like, season outfits, you know what I mean? Now, apparently, we have season crimes. And 2024 is going to be riddled with miners being used as not miners. Jesus Christ, man. It's kind of sad. I remember, like, I don't know, man. Like in 2015, you used to have drama that was actually funny, like the pranksters and shit like that. That was a whole plague of pranks. Jesus, guy, I can't hear myself.
Welcome to round one.
I remember like that whole pranking or pranksters fucking plague that we had. I think it was 2015, maybe 2018 or some shit like that. God damn, I missed those years, man. That was stupid, but it was something that you could mock so well. What did I need here? BBL Drizzy. Longest grind here? Oh, that's gonna be fucking tough. What the hell am I supposed to do here in terms of grind? A lip here? Okay. How am I gonna fucking pull this off? I hate doing grinds on half transfers here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No, no, don't do that stupid shit. Oh. Okay, apparently I can't fucking... Oh, there you go. Oh. Sorry, I'm focusing on this one. I like to focus on the contests ones here. No. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? If I do this. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Boom, right there, 30 feet. There you go. Can do better than that. Also, games have been kind of slow. I know that Helldivers is getting an update and gonna increase the difficulty and shit like that. That's all fun, but I don't know, man. Like, we need a new game. We've been kind of... I know that at this point, video game companies are gonna wait for Christmas, Halloween, maybe. So during August, I don't know. Like, summer should be a month filled with game releases, shouldn't it? But I'm not seeing anything. Oh, right there, look at that. Oof. No, Jesus Christ, that guy was gonna get it. What the fuck, man? Ah. God damn it. Who would have thought that Skate 3 has better combat system than GTA 5, man? Good time. Yeah. Let me do a transfer like this one. This is gonna be a crazy one. No, that was terrible. Ooh, that was sweet. Oh my god, oh, I'm gonna fuck him up. I did! I did not, that was accidental, but shit, I'll take it. Ooh, nice step up. Come on, come on. There you go. I still remember the expressions on this fucking thing. I don't skate in a long time. Isn't that funny? You don't forget certain things. I guess it is kind of like riding a bike. Alright, what time is it? I need to wake up early tomorrow so I can make a new video. I'm not sure. Or think about a new essay. I also need to write a script. I'm sorry, just been fucking lame lately. There's no... I wish there was a game release that I could talk about. Some game making a wave, like Elden Ring was really good for the DLC and shit like that, but I don't think there was a lot more I could do in terms of essays. Other than, like, everyone already knows Elden Ring delivers what they promise. So there wasn't much to say about that. Come on, climb there. There you go. Jesus Christ. But yeah, what has people... I don't even know when... Even if we consider those casual shooters that everyone likes to play, I don't even know what's happening right now. Is Valorant even a thing still? I remember playing that game a few times and it was kind of fun, but... Certainly not my style. I guess you know, shooters of V versus 5s and battle royales and shit. I like simulators a lot more, at the very least recently. Wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Carve and pump. That sounds very dirty, man. That sounds very dirty. So I just gotta do this? How am I supposed to know what I'm doing proper here? Okay, I guess I don't know what the fuck I did. That was so fucking lame. No, let me grab something. Or, I will take this. We don't need a new game. I need a fucking trailer for GTA 6, man. How about that? Give me that shit. I don't ask much. Just another trailer. Nah, it's gonna be another one more year at the very least for another... Considering what they did with GTA 5 in terms of trailer releases, you're gonna have to wait one more year. Transition here. Let me focus a little bit here, otherwise we're not gonna... Maybe I should have fucking taken it while I still did the trick properly. Alright. Come on, carve this shit. Yes, that's what I wanted. Beautiful. God damn it. Oh, nope. I don't know how that counts, but alright, that's a transfer. Fuck it. Yeah, there you go. Showing the skateboard like that right there. Beautiful. Depth of field a little bit here. Saturation, brightness. No contrast. Oh yeah, sorry, I have to in fact go to bed, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to make a video tomorrow, so kind of pushed it yesterday already. Thank you so much for popping in. Alright guys, Aaron Smith especially, man, you've been giving me a lot to talk about. See you next time. I can't promise anything tomorrow, we'll see how the schedule plays out. Thank you much, CSPs. I know you were still there. There you go. Oh, Jesus Christ, my voice is also losing, so sorry, getting forgotten by my throat. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next time, alright? Yeah, I know. Like most of these streams, you know, that if I was to watch streams and shit like that, I would most likely listen to them. So thank you so much, man, and I'll see you next time. All right? Don't text. Sorry, don't text minors. Okay. don't put me on hot waters because I have fans all of a sudden that text minors unless you're a minor. Then it's fine. All right. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time.